Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you present here. Today marks a special occasion where the lecture hall of campus is being rechristened as Class of 93 Lecture Hall to honor the batch of 93's generous contribution. I will start this event by inviting IIT Bombay's director, Professor Subhashish Chaudhary, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, and good evening, everybody. Those who are here in this room, particularly the class of 93, as well as many of the class of 93 who are now connected on the YouTube, I think the streaming media. So welcome to IIT Bombay, physically or virtually. And now I would like to say a big thank you to the class of 93, because what you see today, I don't know if you pan the camera all around, you could see that there is a lot of change that is taking place all across the campus in terms of providing an infrastructure which is very conducive for the social as well as the academic growth of our students. And of course, at the same time, many of the facilities are also being done in the research front, which is being used by the research students as well as by professors. So the journey of IIT Bombay, of course, started a long time ago. I think 93 would be midway. I think if you look at IIT's, it started in IIT Bombay starting at 1958. Right, so you were precisely somewhere in the mid-age group of IIT Bombay. That's when you graduated. But when you come back here, okay, 93 is, I joined personally here in 1990, and I see a sea change in a way that the infrastructure that has changed over time, and most cases it is to the positive side. There is also a negative side, which is because the growth in the number of students have also been very phenomenal, okay? Starting, I think, in your time, around the time you were here, around 90 to 93, 94, or 89 onwards, whatever your duration, we had probably less than 3,000 students in the campus. Today, the campus is buzzing with something like 12,000 students. That requires a lot of new infrastructure that have been created, but unfortunately the growth is much more than what we can keep pace with by growing our infrastructure. Nonetheless, now that you graduated in 93, so it's about 28 years since then. Most of you are at the pinnacle of your career in terms of whatever you are doing. And if you look back to the lens and see what it was there in 93 when you graduated, I must say that the journey of IIT Bombay has been a phenomenally, I would say, a successful journey because of students like you who graduated over so many years, and they have contributed back to their alma mater. Of course, the government of India also did contribute quite significantly, and we do continue to get the patronage. But sometimes the growth is so much that we need additional support. And when this additional support comes from our own alumni, there is nothing better than that, okay? Because you benefited from this system, you want to now give the benefit back to the next generation. I know that even some of your kids have now started coming to IIT Bombay. I know there are a few cases, I think in 94, other batches there are. In some sense, the kids have started coming back. So it's the second generation, and I think there will be then the third generation. IIT Bombay need to continue, and it need to get your continued support, be it in terms of creating a kind of classroom complex like what you have done for the class of 93, like this, or in certain cases the hostels that are being built by the alumni on their own endeavor, or in certain cases the research centers that have been, in some sense supported by many of our alumni. These are great, I would say, the patronage that we have received from our alumni, and we hope that we'll continue to get it. And now, coming back to this particular classroom, I'm told that, this classroom is really one of the really nicest one, and the students who would be coming, they will have a lot of access, be it, whether they use, imagine your time, okay, when you were there compared to what the kind of ambience the students, they are getting it here, okay. All of them, I think, Suhas Joshi would be talking about all this, but personally, it's a really pleasant sight to be here in this and see that this is dedicated today to the class of 93 for their very, very generous and philanthropic contribution to their alma mater. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and as well as for the rest of the IITB community that we are today within this campus. We would love to see you back here. I think only few of you, I think 5 or 6 of you are here today from this batch, but I hope that you will come back. We'll soon have our reunion, but I think this time we are doing it only in a very specific, only for the Silver Jubilee batch, but we'll see when, if the situation permits, whether later on we can have more and more other students can be coming up and then have separate reunion. We'll try to think about that if it is possible, but even otherwise, please do, feel free to come and enjoy your kind of, the visiting the campus that is still very, very green, okay. That is one aspect that we are very proud of, okay. And at the same time, the campus is fully loaded with students, faculty members, and staff. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I now request to play the message from class of 1993 batch alum Mr. Balaji Srinivasan.
Hi everyone. Can you believe we are just a week shy of the 3rd anniversary of the class of 1993 Silver Jubilee reunion? I still remember the amazing few days we all shared on campus in 2018. As you might recall, we had pledged an earth-shattering amount of 25 crore rupees to support IIT Bombay and its students. A large portion of this amount were for specific projects like the Nisha and Rajesh Visiting Chair Professorship, Helipete Family Chair Professorship, Kadam Srinivasan Makerspace Microfactory, Harivallabh Nagar Makerspace Microfactory, a generous donation from Jagdish Murjani towards Society of Innovation and Entrepreneurship SIGN, and a very generous donation, of course, by Abhay Pandey to set up the School of Economics. Of the remaining amount, about 1.5 crores was dedicated towards scholarships for students. Apart from that, we are signing an MOU with the Institute to contribute 1.25 crore rupees for assisting IIT Bombay in recruiting faculty of excellent quality through the Young Faculty Award Program. 35 lakh rupees towards the Retired Faculty Wellness Fund to support faculty members who retired prior to 2003. 50 lakh rupees to provide assistance to undergraduate students who are traveling for international conferences. 25 lakh rupees to support the Student Rural Immersion Program for engineering and science students. And 96 lakh rupees to support building an integrated waste management facility at the IIT Bombay campus. Unfortunately, due to the COVID pandemic, we have not been able to make much progress on the last 3 efforts above. But today, I'm happy to say we have made significant progress in our topmost effort to support infrastructure at IIT Bombay. We have contributed 1.5 crore rupees towards the renovation and maintenance of this beautiful 240-seater lecture hall, which will hereafter be named the Class of 93 Lecture Hall. I'm sorry I'm not able to be present at this momentous occasion, but I hope to enjoy it vicariously through all of you. Thank you for all your contributions and continued support, and we look forward to being able to utilize all the funds that we are raising for our alma mater. Thank you.
I now request class 93 batch leader Mr. Sumit Nagar to deliver his address.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Director Chaudhary, Dean Joshi, and the entire IIT Bombay team for for making this happen. When Sudhir spoke to me and said, you know, you have to come for this event and speak here, and when I agreed, I realized later that this was a ploy to finally get me into a lecture room at IIT. So, so I've not only have we managed to succeed in that, also managed for the first time for me to sit on the first bench. So that's a real achievement for me for today. Having said that, you know, keeping the jokes apart, I think we, you know, we were here just, you know, a week plus ago to look at the lecture room and to pick one. And it just sort of brought back memories of when we were in our classes. And I think as we were talking earlier, there's a big difference in the infrastructure that was there then and what we see here today, right? And it's a welcome difference, right? This is what we need to have as a school, as a preeminent school of technology and engineering. We need to have infrastructure that reflects, you know, that preeminence, and this lecture hall certainly, you know, does that. And while this infrastructure has been created, it's also important to maintain and upgrade this infrastructure, and we hope that the contribution from our class is able to do that. And we can already see this happening, right? So kudos to the team here that in the last 1 week, you know, they've already managed to, you know, paint from outside, you know, get this thing spruced up. And if we can continue to do that, I think it can become a model for other classes to come and see what can be done. And hopefully that healthy competition can keep the infrastructure here in a good shape. I also wanted to take a moment to talk about one of the other projects that our class is supporting. That's a Makerspace project. And so earlier today, I had an opportunity to sit together with the team as well as the vendors who's putting together equipment. You know, for that, we also had a chance to go to the H7 where the temporary Makerspace, you know, would be put together. And it's really exciting to see this coming together, right? Because one of the great joys of learning is to be able to see something come to fruition. And this is what we learned in our times in workshops. But obviously the times have moved on, and it's important that, you know, we move along with those times. And so hopefully the Makerspace should give us an opportunity for the current students to be able to make things using the latest technology. And we look forward to see that come to fruition. In the end, I want to, again, thank the Institute again. You know, all of us are who we are because of what we have learned here and what it has contributed to our life. And we are just privileged to be part of this institute and for having the opportunity today to serve it in some small way. And we hope that this association and these engagements continue, and we look forward to many more such occasions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request Professor Suhas Joshi, Dean Alumni and Corporate Relations, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you again to 93 batch. And I remember I joined 92 end for my PhD, so, and I was in hostel 3. So that time the hostel 3 was winner of in the cultural competition, GC, cultural GC. Yeah. So yeah, it was very different at that point of time, but now the things have changed and we have to, accordingly the classes also have changed. So here, this building as well as the next building, they house almost like 5,000 student seats in the campus. And you will not know that there are no classrooms in the, mostly there are no classrooms in the departmental buildings now. All the students come here for all their education, all the classes, lectures, and this room is busy up to night up to 8:30. Slots are there up to 8:30, morning 8:30 to night 8:30. So it's completely huddled with the students, both these halls, one on this side, the other one on the other side. So one of the issues the institute has recently faced is with the what is called as the infrastructure. As you know that it's almost like 60, 62 years and all our infrastructure is aging, and we have to rebuild the whole thing. We are not able to keep track of pace with the rebuilding of the whole thing because of the increase in number of students also on this. So now what happens is we have built whatever we have built, we have to maintain those facilities, and this is one effort in that particular direction, that we provide specific funds for maintaining the infrastructure which we have created. That has now become the most important priority. So I think your support in this context will help the institute to take care of these halls. I mean, some of those seats are now today looking fine, but they soon they get damaged as they start using, because last 2 years they have not been used. But otherwise, you will find that a lot of maintenance is required. So your effort, your funds will be used for maintaining of this hall, as well as we are now, I mean, your batch is actually starting something new, which is probably the first time that a classroom has been named after the batch. So this is probably the first. I think every batch comes and they do something unique. Say, for example, 92 batch has done that 92 Cafe 92. So I think yours is this classroom 93. So thank you very much for your support to the institution, and I think it will go a long way. It will probably inspire the other batches to start, providing funds for all other classrooms and maintaining of all other classrooms. So one another thing which I would like to point out is that this will probably also create a competition among the batches, whichever subsequent batches which are coming. So that also will help us to generate funds for this. And finally, thanks to Dean IPS and his team. Within 1 week, we could get at least the external painted and nicely got everything cleaned up. So thank you very much. Thanks to our team of DRF team and our teams who organized this particular program. And thanks to you finally for making this donation for the institute. Thank you very much.
A very big thank you to everyone for joining us today. Have a good day.